Well, thank you for having me back on Desert Smoke Reviews, and welcome back. Today we have the Camacho Havana, and this is the Churchill size that we're going to be smoking today. Really nice wrapper, feels pretty well constructed, and not getting that much of an aroma from the wrapper leaf itself, but on the foot, getting kind of like a blueberry or a passion fruit kind of smell, which is different. And should be a good smoke. Justin?
Well, yeah, it looks a gorgeous cigar, well constructed. Packs firm, not too firm. It's nice fine tooth. You're going out through the whole cigar, almost like a 200 grain sandpaper. It's very nice. Seams are done well. They're visible, but they're very tight. Not a lot of veins. I've got one, maybe two that prominent, but I don't think they'll be an issue. Aroma. Off the wrapper, I just get like a mild tobacco and maybe a bit of hay, but nothing too pronounced. The foot, I get about the same. I don't get any fruit or anything, just mostly just a light tobacco, a bit of hay. What?
Yeah, construction looks fantastic. Towards the cap, I have a couple of stretch marks, and I have, sounds like a few more veins than these guys, but I just love the look of this cigar. It's got a real nice yellow kind of gold, kind of a subdued gold band on it. But yeah, not a lot off the aroma, but I pick out on the foot, like a little bit of peanut butter, and that's really the only discernible thing. I don't really smell like a fruit, but maybe I'll end up tasting it. So, well, let's get it lit up and see what we think. I get some nuttiness on the finish. Not too much on the retro hill. How about you guys?
I definitely pick up the nuttiness in the finish. But Steve, go ahead.
A little bit like smoked almonds.
Yeah, like some, not just the general nuttiness, but yeah, I'd agree with that. Like an airplane peanut or something. There's honey roasted peanuts. That's what I'd say it is.
There's a bit of slight sweetness too as well, so I could go honey roasted peanut. They're not really heavily pronounced flavors.
Yeah.
I would definitely say mild in body, mild in strength right now, but hopefully all that will develop. But yeah, nice honey roasted peanut. I like that.
Yeah, real nice. Draw is great. Construction looks like it's going to be pretty good, but pretty long-lasting finish just on the first couple puffs.
Yeah, goes well into the next draw. The smoke is nice and thick. Again, I don't want to say creamy, but it is very thick. It definitely puts out ample amount. The smoke doesn't have a bad aroma to it. It's actually relatively pleasant. Unless we got anything else to add, let's get into the first third, see how she develops.
Well, welcome back. We're about 10 minutes into this Camacho, what was the name of it again?
The Havana.
Havana, yeah. Really nice cigar. I'm really enjoying it so far. On the finish, I get a lot of that nuttiness, and earlier I said that it was sort of like a honey roasted peanut, and I sort of disagree with that now, because it's not, I had a little bit of spice in the first couple draws, and that's what I was attributing to kind of the roasting part of that, but that's all become kind of subdued. It's just a nice peanut sort of finish. Not much on the retro hill, but just a nice, more mild cigar, mild to medium. We were talking, and this would be something that would go perfect, like if you're at work and you have a long lunch for some reason, you want to kick back right after lunch and smoke a cigar. This would be perfect for that, because it's right between that you know, morning cigar or something one note, simple, and end of the night cigar where you're looking for something dark and complex. This is right in the middle, so I'm really enjoying it.
I agree with that 100%. That honey roasted nuttiness we were talking about, I mean, I thought I had some slight sweetness. All that has kind of died into just like what I said, a general nuttiness. And I get a bit of spice, like a pepper coming in on the back of my tongue into the finish. Not really heavily pronounced, but it is there, and it definitely lasts until the next draw. I've got a bit of like a grassy hay coming into. Not unpleasant at all. Flavors are still there, but they're not well pronounced. That's why I'd say about a mild to medium in body, and same in strength. It's not hitting me too hard, but other than that, it is performing very well. It's very pleasant smoke that I'm enjoying. Steve?
I would agree. It also seems a bit creamy in texture. Very pleasant cigar. It's good to smoke something that's not a Maduro or something really strong every once in a while. And this is a great cigar to do it with. This is about a medium-bodied cigar. Some subtle flavors, but very enjoyable flavors, and very pleasant cigar so far.
Well, let's get into the halfway point and we'll check back in.
Welcome back. We're about halfway through this Camacho Havana, and for me, construction's been great. No burn issues, no draw issues. It's always mild to medium, both in strength and body. Flavor change. Our flavors have not changed. I'm still getting just that, like a nuttiness and a bit of spice. Very, very fleeting though. It's not very potent spice, but the finish itself is relatively long. It goes into the next draw, but not a, it's not really complex. It's very one-trick pony, but what I am getting off of it, it is very pleasant. Steve?
I agree. Bit of spice and nuttiness, not too much else. Still a very nice texture, like kind of a creamy texture. It's burning well. Haven't had to touch it up. Very consistent. Good cigar. Good mild cigar. Or mild to medium cigar, if that's what you're in the mood for. Definitely a good midday cigar. Wyatt?
Yeah, I totally agree. Both of these guys, just a real nice mild to medium cigar. A little bit of nuttiness on the finish. I personally haven't got any spice. There's a little bit on the retrohale, but on the finish, I just get that nuttiness, nothing else. But the smoke is nice, got a nice texture to it. Burn's been great, so no complaints from me.
All right, well, let's get into the final third. See how she develops.
Welcome back. Here we're down to the last third of this cigar. Still hasn't changed too much for me, but a very solid, good smoke, good flavor all the way to the end. Still burning consistently and evenly. Definitely a cigar that I would recommend trying, one that I would smoke again. Give this cigar a solid 8.7.
Can't round it. 8.5. 8.7.
8.7.
Okay.
Yes. It's not very complex, but it makes up for that by being very consistent and having a very good flavor all around through to the end of the cigar. For me, I usually like full-bodied cigars, so having a cigar that's more medium, that I like this much is it's good for the cigar. Am I missing anything?
No, keep
We
going.
usually do at the end. Paid I think about $3 a stick for this this cigar. Bought it by the box on Cigar International a while ago, and good smoke. I definitely buy it again. Definitely worth a try.
Well, for me, never had any burn issues. Construction was fine. Draw was fine. Flavors never changed. They have that one note, just a nice nuttiness with a bit of spice that was kind of fleeting. Finish was relatively long all the way through. Very, mild to medium, both body and strength, of course. The cigar is very pleasant. I definitely enjoyed this cigar. I won't give it as high as Steve. I would give it around like a, well, I could say 7.1, but I'll just round it to a nice 7. The killer for it is that it just, the flavors weren't very potent. It's not a complex cigar, and it's very mild to medium in body. It weren't very potent. I would like to have those flavors kind of really hit me a little harder, maybe a change here and there. But for the most part, a very pleasant smoke. I highly recommend it. It's a great, I say after lunch smoke, because as Wyatt mentioned before, it's an in-between. It's not a mild, it's not a heavy, it's just a nice mild medium. Keeps your attention, so yeah, nice 7. Wyatt?
I've really enjoyed it. For me, when I smoke a cigar, I like to pick certain cigars for certain occasions. And like I said before, if you've got an hour in about the middle of your day, you're finished with class like me, or you're finished with work or something, I think this would be the perfect thing to do. Go to a coffee shop or get some coffee or something to light this cigar up. It's really nice. It's not going to put a damper on your day. It's not heavy. It's got enough flavor that it keeps you interested. I do a little higher, Joseph. I do 7.4. 7.4. No, I do a 7.5. I think it's just a nice cigar. The tastes are nice. Nice even burn. So something I'd smoke again and again. Just in the middle of the day, this would be the perfect cigar.
Well, thank you, Steve, for bringing these in for review. In conclusion, if you like our videos, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, greatly appreciate it. But until next time, smoke them if you got 'em.